Hi everyone, I'm any new province and I just finished up the league with Watch Rites. These Rites decks always treat me so well. Anyway, you can kill your opponents by casting Rites of Initiation 4/4 in whatever match you want by clicking on the timestamps in the description down below. While you're down there, if you wouldn't mind liking the video and subscribing to the channel, I'd seriously appreciate it. It's a great way to let me know you've enjoyed everything and it really encourages me to keep making great Pauper content. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the league. Match 1, Game 1, Goblin Rites. Alright, so turn 1, Swiftwater Cliffs. Turn 2, BTE into Manamorphose into potential double red for Bushwhacker. This isn't bad. I'm going to keep. I'm definitely snapping this off. That's how it feels, and I kind of like that as a take on this archetype. So our opponent might think we're on Tron and aggro us out on turn 1 as well, depending on what they're playing. Doesn't look like they're going to have the opportunity. Okay, so we're probably playing against Boros Bully or Boros Monarch. So we're either going to have to answer that. Ooh, I don't know if I want this down before I Bushwhack next turn. Thraben Inspector makes that a bit worse. I think we want to get in for 5 this turn and then play Foundry Street Denizen and try to draw into about as many token producers as we can and then go wide. But getting in a little bit of damage right now is probably good. So we'll PTE, add some mana. Manamorphose, red. We find Dragon Fodder. So Dragon Fodder is good next turn regardless. I actually think I am going to Dragon Fodder here because it represents so much more damage with Bushwhacker. And we have a keep watch if our opponent is taking their time, we can keep watch here. Bushwhacker's kind of tempting. Getting in for 5 this turn, potential for getting in for 6, 8 next turn. I think the potential of getting in for 8 next turn is just too tempting. I'm going to go with Dragon Fodder. So I did think about that while we were doing the deck builders in the chat, which is amazing. I love that. But I think it's for the echo cost. Like, we're a low to the ground aggressive deck, so having to pay the echo cost on Mogg War Marshal is actually kind of prohibitive. It does feel a little bit greedy. Like, they could play Thraben Inspector here, but Thraben Inspector doesn't trade with anything worthwhile. If we go Bushwhacker here, and then... Yeah, so there's Inspector. So if we went Bushwhacker there, we would have gotten in for 5. And then the following turn, we would have gone Foundry Street Denizen, Dragon Fodder, and then these tokens could, like, nothing could attack through Thraben Inspector anymore. So we're off to kind of a slow start, but this is going to be kind of a life-gainy type thing, I think. Which is never... Ooh, another Bushwhacker. That's good news. So I think the play is still to whack here. We're not playing very well into this Keep Watch. We could just draw 3 off of Keep Watch here. That doesn't seem awful, but I think I do want to attack into the Thraben Inspector. We can draw 3 next turn if Goblin Bushwhacker gets a lot worse. So let's Bushwhack. Yeah. Like, I think it's really cool. Like, that is a really cool kind of synergy there. So we'll get in. Opponent's probably going to trade with Bushwhacker just for whatever that's worth. Electrickery out of their sideboard or main deck is obviously kind of an issue. All right, they get in. I think it's cool. Like, I really respect that split, actually. I think it's very hard. Like, considering how strong Mogg War Marshal is, I think you must really know what you're doing if you're trading a copy of Mogg War Marshal for just about anything. All right, so opponent's going to journey here. That's pretty okay. But where they're journeying, I think we will just whack next turn. We'll get in for 6. Finding another red source would be nice. Bolt, not exactly what we needed, but it is going to help. I love how slow they're going here. We don't have enough mana to commit Denizen and keep going. I think we're getting in for 6 here. Go to combat. Attack. And pass turn. They're at 9. We have a Bolt in hand. And a Keep Watch to play next turn if we got to upgrade our hand. Or just hit, like, if they, you know. We'd probably like to go a bit wider, though. I imagine this is a Glinthawk. So the question is whether we remove Glinthawk with Lightning Bolt or not. That's always a pretty tough decision. I think if we're going to play Foundry Street Denizen... Okay, it's just another Vial. That's pretty awesome. There's Great Furnace. Okay. So we probably are going to draw 3 this turn. We're going to play Foundry Denizen. It's too bad it doesn't have haste, but we're going to go to combat, swing. And then before damage, we might as well keep watch. Refill our hand. Oh, we found Rites. Oh, if we only had 1 more mana. All right, our opponent goes down to 6, but any creature getting through, if we pitch our hand, should be lethal because they get +2/+2 if we pitch these 2 lands. They can get +3/+3. And our opponent doesn't have counter magic, although they may leave up prismatic strands. So we have to be wary of that. We're probably not going to try to combo into 3 mana, but looks like they're going to tap out, which is pretty sweet. I think that means we just win. Yeah, 2 red mana pretty much can't represent any way for them to survive. We draw War Marshal. All right, well, I think we win, so go to combat. We'll see if they start sacking Vials. If they start sacking Vials, then we definitely win. They're going to Bolt Denizen, sure. And sack a Vial. I would love it if they tapped out right here. That would just feel so good. Wait, did I say alt right? What? Did not. All right, we still got him. By a lot, actually. All right, so attack with the Gobos. And we might as well Rites here. So we'll Rites X3. And we just guaranteed win here. There we go. Big old Gobos. Doing work. Sweet. What's up, Hardcore MTG? How you doing? Yeah, that was pretty sweet. Okay, so what do we bring in? I think Goblin Caves is probably necessary, right? I don't know if Hydroblast is what we want. Smash of Smithereens is probably fine. Flaring Pain is probably fine here too. Yeah, we don't want to bring in our counter magic. We're not trying to combo off. Oh, that was sweet. That was so sweet. So I think these are the spells we're going to bring in. I don't know what we take out for Goblin Caves though, right? Like that's pretty tough. I know we want Smash, I know we want Flaring Pain, so let's look at those first. Could probably take out 1 Keep Watch because our opponent's going to keep us kind of narrow. And maybe like 1 Foundry Denizen just to kind of like hedge against potential Electricity as well. I feel like these are never, like our X ones are never going to get through. Not necessarily. I think Caves is better against like red deck wins. So if you're like going up against, if you're trying to go over another aggressive deck. Yeah, we're definitely looking at it. But it's really about what you want to take out. I think we want to lose 1 Denizen. And now it's time to start thinking about other stuff. So I think our 2 mana token production is probably worse here than our creatures. We definitely want War Marshals. Can probably take out a Metamorphose. I can live with that. Bring in a Caves. Although I don't want to go too low on them if we're going to be playing Caves. I don't know. I kind of like Lightning Bolt. I kind of like Lightning Bolt. Our 3 mana token production might not get there. So I'm going to cut 1 more of these for Goblin Caves, and I think I'm going to trim maybe another Denizen for another Goblin Caves. Although I kind of like 2. I kind of like 2 Goblin Caves. Denizen puts on a lot of pressure if our opponent can't answer it. It ain't easy, though. This has not been easy sideboarding. Okay, we got to hope these Keep Watch come through. That was hard, though. It's a little slow. I think I might want to mulligan this. Krenko's Command. Our tokens are just going to die. What's up, Thornside? How you doing? So our goblins are just going to die. If we go Swiftwater Cliffs, Swiftwater Cliffs, how's it going to play out for them? They're going to go turn 1, probably either Tapland or Thraben Inspector. We're all in for the right skill here, and we don't have 3 mana to facilitate it. I think we ship this. All right, well, at least we have untapped mana. We've got a Goblin Instigator. We've got a Goblin Caves. I think this is worth it. And I definitely want another red source. They might bring in their Gorilla Shaman. We showed them 1 artifact land. Yeah, there's turn 1 Inspector, which is a likely and kind of expected play. So play Swift Watercliffs, pass the turn. That maybe was supposed to be Foundry Street Denizen. But we won't have enough time to get up to this caves. Glinthawk, sure. Gonna pick up the land, maybe? And just play another creature? Oh man, that's a bummer. Pieces of the puzzle with a bunch of goblins sounds sweet. Sounds absolutely sweet. All right, so this turn we're going to Instigator. And unfortunately, we're going to have to take next turn off for caves. But then we're pretty well set up to just go very wide. Oh yeah, I can only enchant mountain. Frig. Oh, you're right. Okay, that does complicate things. Enchant opponent's mountain? Oh, we could do that, right? We could do that. That's crazy. No, it's all goblins. But they could just like pick it up with Skyfisher, but that's pretty cool. We shouldn't do it. Like, it's sweet, but we shouldn't do it. Yeah, with Skyfisher. So I really don't know. There we go. Okay. So caves on mountain. Never didn't have it. Old cards are weird. And pass the turn, and then next turn we can kind of explode out a little bit. So we'll play Denizen, we'll play Hordling Outburst. Although maybe we hold on to Hordling Outburst. If they play something worth killing, like we may want to Lightning Bolt a blocker to get through, so we may go Foundry to Denizen, Bolt a blocker. Like if Skyfisher comes down here. So one's going to get in with the birds. That felt a little slow, but hedging against Electrickery is good. Their mana is a little screwed here too. We really got to get on the beatdown, or these birds are just going to kill us. We don't have a ton of interaction. Yeah, if this is a... Oh, it's Missionary. Dang. Okay. Mountain. Mountain is not what we were looking for there. I think I'm going to play it. Safety net established. Yeah, our opponent has quite a bit going on for them over there. So I think the plan now is on mono white Boros. I wonder if they double block one of these goblins. Let's attack. Let's attack and see if we can get Missionary off the board. If we can get Missionary off the board, then that's a pretty good reason. Like if they double block and we can kill Missionary. No, they're just going to block one. Okay, sure. All right, so now I think we Foundry Street. We'll hold on to these lands in case we draw Rites of Initiation, and then we'll Hordling Outburst to pump up Denizen next turn, which will at least force a chump block, and we can Lightning Bolt something on our opponent's turn. If they put Skyfisher on the stack, this Missionary is just eating dirt so hard. Oh, Radiant Fountain. God. Prism. Okay. So now there might be reason enough to kill one of these birds. One white mana, one red mana means they're going to blast the Denizen. Okay, that makes our turn next turn pretty bad. Here they come. Attacks, attacks, attacks. All right, so at this point, killing Lone Missionary, it does a couple of things, but it prevents 2 damage that I guess we could block later, but it also prevents them from bouncing it with Skyfisher, which I think is kind of important. Keep watch, eh? Well, it's pretty good for next turn. So let's Outburst. Go to combat. Swing with Instigator. Now we might be in a position to combo off and win with Rites, so long as they can't just burn us out next turn. Honestly, that Galvanic Blast was kind of odd. I missed a point of damage. Dang. Okay. All right, Alchemist Vial, yep. So we're flunging to our heart's content next turn and drawing a lot of cards, but I don't know if that means we're in any better of a position. We'll have to draw Rites, and we'll have to be able to pitch a lot of cards. Our opponent doesn't have the option of flashing back Prismatic Strands, which is nice. They're just going to pass. So they might have Pyroblast, which is definitely dangerous. They're leaving at 1 mana here. But I don't think this is going to be one of those times when you can actually risk it. So I think we have to chance it. Telegraphing it pretty hard here. So mountain, combat, mono artifact. Okay, they're just going to fog a goblin. So we're only going to get to draw 4 here. But I think drawing 4 is something that we kind of have to do. And we are lining ourselves up to have the best potential to win, considering our opponent may have a removal spell next turn. Oh, we drew Rites. How much is that? 1, 2, 3. They get plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 18 damage. Oh, we're so close. We're so close, guys. They might be able to kill us next turn. Oh, this is so close. Okay, so we're going to rebirth a Great Furnace. Okay. Pass the turn. Oh, man, that would have sucked if that was lethal. They might have us here. Any bolts or they gain life. Yeah. If they have bolt, that's game. Bolt or blast means game here. So we were close, guys. We were off by a turn. And it looks like they have it. Yeah, that's game. All right, we were close, though, and we get to go on the play again this time. I liked our sideboarding. I don't even think I want these Goblin Caves now that we're back on the play. We kind of have to combo off. We're just going to kill them. Kill them good. So let's get Keep Watch back in there. And maybe even like Hydroblast because it's just more efficient. We're a little choked on blue mana. I'll bring back in Foundry Street Denizen. We're going to go vanilla again. We're going to stomp them. No, I think we're down on caves now. Taking turn 3 off there was pretty bad. It's not great. I like this. I like this a lot. Oh, that's a great 1-drop, but we're not going to have time to cast it profitably here, so I'm actually going to bottom it. All right, so land go. I feel like there could have been an argument for caves staying in. We definitely don't need upkeep stops now. Opponent's going to play a gain land, pass it back to us. Play BTE. Add mana. Play BTE. Add mana. Play War Marshal. What's up, Eprenir? How you doing? What's up, Rumbles, man? It's good to see you too. It's time for Gombos, man. We're going to go nuts. And I kind of want to just pay the Echo cost on War Marshal next turn, depending on what they play here. But we might be able to Rites for the win. So if we Rites X2, that's 4, 8, 11. No, it's just 11. So we can't Rites for the win. So I actually think it's appropriate to... Are they just going to Skyfisher back the Radiant Fountain? That's actually pretty baller. Yeah, so I am going to pay Echo here. You draw Dragon Fodder, unfortunately. We'll get in and attack. Maybe I shouldn't have played that. I probably shouldn't have played that. It does let us Dragon Fodder and Rites next turn, but that doesn't do anything, so... If our opponent doesn't play anything here, we might have punted a little bit. Do we win if we give our creatures +2/+2? We don't, right? 4... Oh, would we have got it? No, we wouldn't have got it even if we didn't. So I think we're going to still go for the Rites kill next turn. And we will Dragon Fodder because Dragon Fodder is really... Oh, no, it's still... I think we should still hold on to Dragon Fodder. +2/+2, so 8, 11, 14. Yeah. So if I didn't play that Seat of the Side Knob, we would have won there. But I did. So can't hedge for that. Pass the turn. Hopefully we can get him next turn. They could have Strands by then, I guess. It's always nice to hang with friends when you're not feeling great. No, that's awesome, Veprenir. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh, playing Echo is always a good idea when you can, especially in a grindy matchup like this. You got to make him use a You gotta make him use a removal spell on your creature. Whenever appropriate. So 2 mana, we'll see what this is. Prophetic Prism. Okay, we should have him here. They're at 11, they can only block 1 creature. We got Rites X3. I think we got it. Alright, so just pass through. Over to our turn. Opponent discards to hand size. Not strands, not strands, not strands. It's Battle Screech. Alright, we got him. So Rites X3 gives us 5 plus 4, which is 9. Yeah, we got him. Alright, combat. Swing. Opponent's going to go to blocks. We will Rites X3. GG's. Boom. All right. All right, guys. All right. Here we go. On the play. On the play for Rites. We got the right stuff. It's pretty good. This is pretty good. That's a lot of tokens. I'm going to keep. We're going to try to line it up so that we can War Marshal, pay Echo, sack Seed of the Synod to make tokens, but that all depends on whether to show how it wins under the right conditions. Oh my god. And we tried so hard to make like a really good deck. So play a mountain, pass turn. And next turn we'll go Instigator. And then we'll actually probably Krenko's Command. Oh god. Oh good heavens. Oh guys, we're gonna have to combo. The combo's coming. We need so many Electrickeries. Yikes. Alright, so play War Marshal. The plan has changed. So next turn we're gonna pay Echo, and then we're gonna play a mountain, sack this to make tokens. Yikes. We're gonna try. We're gonna go as wide as we can. I don't know though. I guess if we can make as many bodies as they can, if we can draw a bolt for the first Lizalana, and they don't have like 10 more Lizalanas like they always do, then we should be okay. Now this is a 2/2, so attacks, and it's also a 2/2. That's a pretty good start for them. We got a whack card next turn if we're gonna do anything about it. And this Swiftwater Cliffs might just not happen. So we'll pay Echo. Yes, sir. Draw Hordling Outburst. A little awkward, but that will allow us a pretty good turn next turn. So go ahead and sack our seat. Pass the turn. Still using the decision of playing the Swiftwater Cliffs based on whether or not we have Rites or Keep Watch in hand. Yeah, our Well Watcher is also ripping pieces. Get wrecked. Is that how Pleasant Kenobi tells the story? No Prospector in this list, but that would be cool. Prospector and Wog War Marshal are just a match made in heaven. Brightstone Ritual is pretty cool. I guess it's technically not a Storm list. I think you need to lead the Stampede to make it a Storm list. Our opponent is just gonna... The end is near, I think. Well, maybe we just play Swiftwater. Okay, there's Keep Watch. So we'll Swiftwater Cliffs and Instigator. For what it's worth. Pass the turn, but our opponent's going to get some good old attacks in here next turn. We might be able to kind of trick them and get a couple of good blocks. Yeah. And trade all those creatures. So we'll see. We'll see how they attack this turn, and if it allows us to like draw a billion, then we'll probably make kind of a suboptimal attack that might leave us dead unless we draw Rites. Which means we also have to draw an untapped red source. Sure, Vidrog Geller. Go ahead and... Oh, Shared Discovery, yeah. Go ahead and pop it in the Discord for me in deck lists, and I'll absolutely have a look. Oh, there's Well-Wisher. Ah, shucks. So bad when it's bad. It sure is. Yeah, whisper him in the... Whisper him. Hey, little girl, let me tell you about a great deck. Alright, so pretty safe attacks for our opponent here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can pump something X5. hit us for 11. So I think the play here might actually be to like line up 4 tokens on this and line up 2 creatures on this. But I don't know if I want to be blocking. We have Keep Watch in hand. We are just going to make a bunch more tokens next turn, though. So what is this? Like trading 2 spells for Vanguard, or trading 1 spell for Nettle Sentinel. I think we're going to take it. I think we are going to play to untap land. I don't think we're winning a long game here. Like, if we have to trade, like, they have Well-Wisher on board. So if we block here and have a bad turn next turn, they untap with Well-Wisher and just gain a jillion life. We never win the game. So we gotta get, basically, we have to hit untap red mana, Keep Watch into Rites, and then Rites X3. Or Rites X, whatever, a million. And hopefully that's enough. So we got to start this with untap red mana. We're certainly not all the way dead, but we're not in a good position. So I want to let damage go through before they pump their stuff. So I'm assuming they want to pump on the defensive here now. Oh. Nope. Well, that was nice. All right, pass the turn. Surrender to the nickname. Well, we need to win right now. I missed that 666. We certainly do, friend. Opponent doing some weird stuff in their end step. So I don't really understand what's happening here, but we're at 15. We have a Keep Watch in hand. We've got a good attack next turn. We might be dead on the crackback. Ugh. Okay. So we gotta hope we keep watching to untap land so that we can play Foundry Street Denizen to block Elvish Vanguard so that we're not just dead to elves. And we gotta hope they don't have Quirion Ranger. So a lot of stuff has to go right here. The rights stuff. So we're gonna keep watch, draw a million. 7, even. And if we draw rights, we have a good chance of potentially winning through Well-Wisher next turn. Okay, we found our untap land. We didn't find rights, however. That's unfortunate, but we do have Bushwhacker here, so there's still a chance. And we have Metamorphose to keep digging. So I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, I almost played Bushwhacker. Oh, hold up. Let's Lightning Bolt this Well-Wisher. Found the line, guys. I found the line. All right, pass the turn. This Foundry Street Denizen isn't getting any better. So they're going to hit us for a lot next turn. Hopefully not lethal. So this pumps X-Force. That's 8, 9, 10, 11. So they'd have to play 4 more elves for it to be lethal. Or they need Quirion Ranger and they win. Which they very well could have. 3 mana. Another Timberwatch Elf won't do it. They're going to lead. Okay. So they could lead into Quirion Ranger here. That's definitely awkward. Oh, did they find it? No Quirion Ranger. What's this going to be? We got a shot, guys. We definitely got a shot. All right, so let's think about our mana next turn. We can Burning Tree Emissary. Nets 2 mana. And then we could use that 2 mana to cast War Marshal, which gives us 2 bodies. And then we can Bushwhacker, give them all haste. We'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 damage. God. You're going to attack. Yep. We should have it. We should have it. Yep. Yeah, we will definitely BTE into Metamorphose. Oh, I think we are so not favored main board against this too. Always 5-0 with the wacky aggro lists. You're right. And we're kind of like teamer, I guess. So green-red aggro, just kind of my joint. You imagine they just have fog. Yeah, they didn't activate. If they would have activated Timberwatch last turn, we would have had way less lines. They forgot to activate before damage last turn. Another tapping out. So I don't necessarily know. Like, we don't really even have to get greedy here. So we'll go BTE into Manamorphose for sure. I think that killing Well-Wisher is pretty clutch there. Yeah, so we'll do the math. We got time. We got plenty of time on our clock. All right, so back to our main phase. We draw land. So we'll go Burning Tree Emissary. We'll have 2 mana. We can Manamorphose. We should probably leave this blue up, but I don't really know what it would do. I think Bushwhacker just does it. Yeah, I think Bushwhacker just does it. So we will BTE. See what we draw off Manamorphose, because it is the end of the game. Manamorphose, draw a card, get some red mana. Another Bushwhacker. Okay, well that kind of just does it. So whack, whack, whack. We should have it here. I wonder if there's a way to conceal more information, but I just, yeah. Double Whacker is more than okay here. I think I went about that pretty much correctly. And we're going to get some Electrickeries post board. They scoop it up. Sweet. So we get our Trickeries. I don't know if we need Flaring Pain. I don't think a null really matters. I think that's just it. I think we just bring in our Trickeries. Comboing off and winning is ideal. No way to really counter Lead the Stampede. That's always kind of nice, but we're not a control deck. We don't really even have the tools in our sideboard to become a control deck. So we probably shouldn't try. Yeah, I guess you're right. I kind of wanted to convert the duel into red mana anyway. Maybe I was trying to like not mess up and think I should play Watch Rites or something, or play Keep Watch. So I like the Trickeries in. I think we can probably trim. Yeah, Outburst is probably a little too slow. They may bring in Bow. You're right. Yeah, no, we should have. No, you're right. I should have left the blue-green one, or the blue-red one available. Maybe Denizen. Denizen gets outclassed really quickly. But I mean, people just wouldn't play it if that was an issue. I'm okay with taking out 1 Outburst. Maybe I just take out 1 Keep Watch as well. Keep Watch won us that game, though. But yeah, maybe I'll take 1 Keep Watch out as well. Maybe even a Rites? This is hard, guys. Sorry, I'm not being super interactive. What should our next cut be? It's tough going down the last Twirling Outburst because we may have to have that many blockers someday. Maybe it is just too slow, though. Yeah, we don't want to clunking up our hand. Yeah, we do have to be as fast as possible. And we do want a combo. And we do want to kill that heckin' Well-Wisher. Yeah, Electrickery is definitely in. I don't think we have anything else to really think about. If I had a Scry, I might keep this, but I don't have a Scry, so our turn 1 is also not Foundry Street Denizen. Okay, I do think I keep this because we have Bolt. Okay. Sure. We have BCE into Manamorphose and a potential second 2-drop, but this is a heck of a lot of lands. I think this is just a little bit too slow. Even with interaction, this isn't what we're trying to do. This is closer, I guess. Outburst is not what we're looking for here. We're looking for more 2-drops. Or Keep Watch. I think they just left. Like, I think they just were not happy with how that last game went. Granted, like, maybe their internet connection was really bad. Like, they were making some strange plays. They might have bought into elves. Were like, I really want to play Pauper, and then somebody was like, you can't play Pauper on Magic Arena. You can only play Pauper on Magic Online. They're like, all right, well, I guess I'll get Magic Online. And then they got Magic Online, and they forgot to pump with their Timberwatch Hells before damage and lost a match because of it. It's just, I get it. Fixing servers, Marilyn. But did you get the, oh, burn. Did you get all the cables looking all nice like people sometimes do? Now I really wish I would have kept that outburst if I knew a mountain was under it. But we are going to get some significant damage in here. Part of me doesn't want to play another land. I think we leave our land and we bushwhack next turn. Alchemist, sure. Yeah, okay, so let's bushwhack. X3 doesn't kill them yet. So let's bushwhack. And attack for 6. Put them down to 14. Yep. Or put them down to 16. And then we can Rites X4 next turn, which will get us in for 10. So we're not all the way there. Yeah. So we'll see a Searing Blaze and stuff like that is going to slow us down a lot. But if they're focusing... Well, actually, no. It's just burn. They can just kill us real fast. So I'm glad we're on the play. Very glad we're on the play. Let's see. They play Curse. Okay. Pings us. If they don't block with this Alchemist, like, do we just win? We hit them for 15. Put them to 1, which is pretty close to just winning. So we'll see. We'll probably never... That's tempting. That's definitely tempting. Okay, let's go to combat. Maybe they have all 2-drops. We might have to Rites, though. Yeah, well, if they don't, that's the thing. So I'm going to go straight through to blocks before I even think about this Rites. Because if they let us go through blocks, I'll probably just 10 them here. Yeah. All right, go to attacks. So they have to cast their spell if they're going to cast it right now. So they do have Needle Drop on us. Sure. Yep, we take 1. Okay, go through to blocks. We don't want to deal 10 here. It is questionable whether I just want to Rites kind of vanilla style. I shouldn't Metamorphose it in combat. No blocks. Well, that's just, okay. So we're going to Rites X4. Put them to 1. And you're up against it now, Burn. What do you got? Sweeper? We're at 17, so they either have to kill us or kill 2 of our creatures next turn, which is probably not too far out of the reach, but they're at 1 and we're a Lightning Bolt deck. I'd rather have Burn at 1 than anywhere else. Yeah, yeah. Which is kind of nice. So they hit their land drop. Searing Blaze. Well, that's pretty good. That's one answer. Or yeah, or Shard Volley. Yeah. I think Shard Volley is sorcery, though. I don't really get it either. Maybe if they would have lost Alchemist, they would have been pretty far behind. So we'll see. We'll see if they can kill If they can kill one more creature and untap Alchemist, they're safe for a second. All right, they chain lightning, but they're throwing burn spells at our creatures. That's about where we want to be. No, we can't. I wish I could copy it. We would have won if I could copy it. All right, so Bolt just wins. So let's hope for a Bolt. No lands. No lands. Come on, no lands. Money. Off the top. Get that money. Bolt. Bolt, 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 bolt. BT. All right, we're just going to BTE here. Pass the turn. 2 attackers is fine. So they keep having, they're going to have to keep removing our creatures instead of killing us, which helps. Bushwhacker would be amazing. Might not win us the game, but it'd be pretty good. It definitely puts them up against it. Yeah, no attacks. Don't want to risk it. Don't want to get them, don't want to make them too trigger happy. Yeah, they could have Lava Runner. You are right. Burn with 3 cards in hand can kill you from 9. Pretty good, though. All right, they Searing Blaze BTE. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Yep. And that's it. Go to 2, go to 1, go to dead. Well, gang, we sure tried, didn't we? They had the gas. I don't really know that I could have played that any differently to give us a better chance at winning, but... All right, so we bring in Hydroblast. I don't think we want Dispels. We probably don't even want Goblin Caves. Our hand was bad. Yeah, I think it was correct. I don't know if we want these or not. Searing Blaze is an instant, so maybe the Dispels do come in. I think that makes sense. But Disrupting Burn, like... We're going to be leaving mana up a lot. We definitely want... I mean, yeah, you're right. That was the only other option. Playing... or like playing a gain land. Rites is random. It is, yeah. We could have dug 1 card deeper, I guess, before we cast Rites, but... Yeah, I don't think we want Outburst either. Yeah, I agree. So Hydroblast in, Dispels in. We're not Goblin Cavesing. It's going to go way faster than that. Yeah, I think the reasoning was correct as well. Things could have gone differently, for sure. Digging 1 card deeper doesn't make any sense. If I was playing to Rites, I said if they weren't going to block, I was going to Rites X4. I don't think bringing in Goblin Caves is correct. I think we want as few 1-drops as possible. Like, maybe I'll take a Keep Watch out. I would take a Keep Watch out for like a creature. Or if Smash had a target, or maybe even like a null. But I think this is a strong card. Like if we stall them out with these spells fast enough, this could win the game for us. No, you're right. We have a lot of blue in our deck now. We have 8 blue sources. We have 12 blue sources, actually. I've played with worse. Awkward draws, you say? This wouldn't have even been that good with a mountain, but... Okay, alright, okay. We're gonna keep Metamorphose on top. I mean, sure. Yeah, I'd rather be 1 card deeper. We're 1 card deeper anyway. Bottoming Metamorphose here. I guess it does fix for double red in case we draw Bushwhacker. So I'm going to keep it. Place with Fire Cliffs, earn pass. And we'll go Dragon Fodder next turn because we're probably going to Metamorphose a bunch. I don't think you pay the Echo in this matchup. The blue right as well? I don't think it does. The counter spell one? Doesn't seem very good. So maybe we do. I think we do our digging now. There is way more effective 1-drops. Or effective 2-drops. So if we draw like Burning Tree, I'm going to get double red here. There's Rites. Okay, let's Metamorphose again for 2 red. We find another War Marshal. Okay. I'm going to Dragon Fodder here, just in case. Pass the turn. That means 2 creatures attacking next turn. I don't know that it's likely we keep Watch X2, but we're not paying for its Echo next turn. So we're going to have 1 Summoning Sick Goblin plus a non-Summoning Sick Goblin. I just think having... Yeah. Keep Watch, Rites of Initiation. Firebrand Archer, that's fine. All right, we find land. So let's go to combat. We're going to swing. And now we can kind of afford to pay the Echo on War Marshals, especially where we have Rites in hand. And if they take enough damage, we could just cheese it out with it. So I don't even think we play the land here. So let's War Marshal. We might need that land in hand. We are going to pay Echo next turn. So it doesn't even matter to keep Watch. If we can win through Rites with 4 attackers, so Rites X4 with 4 attackers is 20 damage. So if they just don't do anything here, then we have a potential to win by paying Echo here. I guess Keep Watch is the safe play there. Like, let it go, attack for 3, draw 3, but that's no fun. We might just be able to win next turn, and that's the kind of thing you have to do against Burn. Yep, I skipped my line drop on purpose. I think it was correct. No attacks. That is curious. So we will pay Echo here. See what our opponent does. Yep. Another Keep Watch. Okay, so now we definitely want to play land. Yeah. Okay, so play land, go to combat, swing. Yeah, you need 4 mana, but they could have a removal spell here. Like, I'm feeling a little sketched out by this. Like, if we... So what are they going to do? No blocks. They could kill 2 creatures. If we Rites X3, they're not dead. They only take 12, so I just don't think we do it here. I think we can risk the 2 from this next turn. If they want to attack with this next turn, then we're in an okay position. All right, let's pass. And we could draw untap land for a good Keep Watch. I don't really know. Okay, unkick Searing Blaze. So we're only going to take 1 from that. I can respect that. I did not anticipate that that's what they were holding. Yeah. Oh, it'd be so crazy if this was just equal to each creature you control. Or if you could do something in your untap step and it was like tapped creatures or whatever. They're not playing like they have a sweeper. They are playing like they're going to try to remove our stuff in combat. And we're trying to get fancy with them. All right, opponent passes. They're at 14. Burning Tree is pretty sweet here. But I think we're going to Keep Watch. I think we're going to do a mini Keep Watch, and then... Yeah, so we'll attack, and we'll use Keep Watch in response to the removal spell. Burning Tree War Marshal feels so good here, though. You know what I mean? Like, just going way wider, and then winning next turn. Let's see how combat goes for us. Yeah. If they do use a removal spell, I'll probably Keep Watch X3. Go to attack. Swing with everything. They do die to Rites X4 here. All right, so if they're not going to do anything, then that's fine. If they react here, yeah, they have 7 cards in hand. So if they react here, we'll Keep Watch. Okay, cool. So let's Keep Watch here. Draw some cards. Draw 3. All right, so next turn we're going to rebuild pretty effectively. And they're going to take 2 down to 12. We didn't draw land. We can Rites X 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can just Rites them to death if they tap out here. And don't block. So they suspend Riftbolt. Yup. And Chain Lightning a token. Okay. Sure. But we're at 16 and they're killing our creatures. So next turn we just play a bunch of creatures and then Rites, like mini Rites, and get them. Manamorphose, eh? There's no universe where we're casting Keep Watch. Winter combo in 2 turns. Yeah, we might hit a Bushwhacker, so it is time to play creatures here. Yeah. BTE. BTE. Imagine if we hit Bushwhacker. Oh my god. Red, red. Dispel. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to play Instigator here just in case I need the mana next turn. Yeah. And it protects us from Electricity. So get in. 4-1. They're at 11. We have Dispel. Ooh, guys, this is tense. This is very tense. This is only game 2, so the playing smart will have to continue. And they might be able to kill us here. I'm worried about Trickery too, but we have 2 2/2s. And if they don't play optimally here, we really got to be smart about the Dispel. Searing Blaze. Okay, that doesn't really matter. They could make their land drop. Is that not kicked? I don't think that's kicked. Oh, it was. Okay. So it doesn't really matter. And we can Rites with the spell backup next turn. And they would have to... Yeah, they can Fire Blast now. So we'll have to counter Fire Blast if they cast it. What's up, Irkun? How you doing? Super happy to have this Dispel. I guess Rites, like if we discard our Dispel to Rites, yeah, Skewer plus Fire Blast, or even just like Bolt. Bolt down to 3, we go down to a virtual 2. Fire Blast puts us to 1. Okay, there's Fire Blast. So if we Dispel here, we have to Dispel here, yeah. Dispel Fire Blast. Yeah. Now they could have Bolt, and we die. Otherwise, I think we win. So Chain Lightning's a BTE, but I don't think that matters. We have 3 attackers. No copy. Will they attack? No. So we have Rites X4. They're at 11. Ugh! Oh my god. Another Dispel. Okay, go to combat, see what they do. Rites X4 kills them, so I assume they block here. Well, you can't. This is at random, so no, we won. Okay, cool. GG. Oh, that was close. Yeah. We were at 4. We were very, very close to dying. All right, guys. All right, that was us on the play. That was very tense. Very, very tense. Whew, boy. Okay. Yeah, we're Flame Rift. True. It's a sorcery. Can't touch that. Can't touch this. Can we like put them in a position where Flame Rift would have like drawn the game? I guess we still Rites. Oh. Or like just Flame Rifted them, or just put them on only Flame Rift. This isn't terrible. This is fine. Turn 1, yeah, this is actually pretty fast. I'm gonna keep this, especially for being on the draw. So we can go turn 1 Denizen, turn 2 Fodder, or just play Fodders until it's time to whack. All right, Denizen. Yeah, this is okay. This is definitely okay. Opponent cycles Forgotten Cave. Mountain blocker. Rift Bolts, okay. Lining up for a good turn next turn. It does look like they mulliganed as well. All right, so let's Metamorphose. Add red. Ooh, Burning Tree. Oh, this is nice. Triggers. That was like the best draw. Dragon Fodder. Triggers. Combat. Swing for 4. Let's go. They might kill this here, but they have 4 cards in hand. So I think they need that burn for themselves. And that would have been pretty rough. Very hard to race burn. We're going to try it. We're at 17. They've got their 2 mountains. They have 3 mountains. Play Firebrand Archer. And pass. Double Bolt. So do we just Bushwhack here and try to win next turn? Bushwhacker represents more damage right now. So if we Bushwhacker, they block something. They still take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage down to... This is tough. This is tough. So we can play conservatively, play Swiftwater Cliffs, play Dragon Fodder, and next turn Bushwhacker into... Yeah, okay. I agree. I think I agree with that line. I think that lets us win next turn, and I am totally down with that. So we're going to kick a Bushwhacker. They might be able to. That is definitely something we're thinking about. Combat, swing with everything. No regard for our own life. We're doing okay. They're at 4. We got 2 bolts in hand, so they got to 18 us. With 3 cards, they drew a land, so we got it. I think. Doesn't matter. Sure. Bolt you. Bolt you. GG. Woo! We're on the play. This is a snap keep. This is a great hand. Oh, yeah. Have a great night, Veprenir. Thanks for coming by, man. Yeah, this is a good hand. All right, so play a... Maybe I'll think we're Affinity. Play a Mountain. Best turn. Good time to take a month off. It was really hard for me to decide whether I was going to do it or not, but music is like, I don't know, it's been a big part of my life for my entire life, so that's all I do. All right, so here comes asking whether your opponent has a daze or not. Burning Tree. Do you got the daze? They don't. That's ideal. Metamorphose. And red. And I think we just Krenko's command here. We do get to... They don't have any Wraths or anything, so I think next turn we might find time to Hordling Outburst, but if we can Bushwhack through daze, that's probably what we want to do. Although I don't feel like they have daze. They would have to reveal it here or cast a cantrip for me to really feel like that's an issue. So we'll see if they just go Island here and pass. So they don't have second Island. Miscreant. Oh, are we playing... Is this just Mono Blue Delver? What's going on here? Blue-red? This is probably Blue-red Delver. So they probably don't have daze. Yeah, so we should probably Hordeling Outburst. Yeah, I'm gonna Outburst. Yeah. I think going wide against this deck is just as good. I should have attacked first. You're totally right. They might block now, but if they want to block with their Delver, then so be it. Yeah, Utterly Milked. If you check it out, these are my songs right here. All right, they ponder. Yeah, X2 doesn't really matter that much. Next turn's going to be a pretty good whacker turn. So unless they have a main deck Electrickery that they're playing to, and they tap out, so we're getting our whacker down. If we draw untap red source, I might play it. Just to play Founder's Shoe Denizen? That actually doesn't seem worth. Opponent finds Gush. Sure. In comes Miscreant. You may. Certainly won't be blocking next turn. Seeing Delver not... Oh, this is questionable. This is questionable. So they're going to leave out Counterspell next turn. Without a doubt. So I think we just... Thanks, Utterly Milked. It's a challenge record, so I do it in a single month. So I think we just whack here. Because we know we can resolve it. I do them all, actually. So if I know we can resolve Goblin Bushwhacker, that's what we should do. It just represents a ton of damage. They can block 2 things, but they're going to take a whack of damage here. So Bushwhacker. And I'm holding on to the Swiftwater Cliffs, though I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. So yeah, on the RPM, I write, record, and produce the entire thing in the month. So I write all of the instruments. They block Bushwhacker pending any bounce shenanigans. They are going to let their Delver go, so that's actually pretty good news for us. They go to 8. I think I am going to play this here. It lets us play out our hand next turn. We feel kind of choked on red mana. Even if we draw Rites, we can't have a very good Rites turn, so... Oh yeah, they can't go to 5. True. We want to be able to double spell. We have a spell that costs double red in hand. They have Counterspell Gush in hand, so we just have to be prepared for that. They aren't going to be able to leave out Counterspell Spell Stutter here, but I wouldn't call myself a rock genius. It's a hobby. It's something I've been doing for a really long time. And yeah, I like it. It's fun. It's cool. You can't always tell your friends that you're they won't always interact with your MTG YouTube content. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, they'll probably counter it. Ugh. Let's see if they want to tap a bunch of mana to counter Hordeling Outburst pre-combat. What do you think, opponent? Sweet. Bolt your Bolas. No Dispel. No Dispel. One time. Got him. Opponent's at 4. Their deck can't answer us that well. They are going to get their red mana. Maybe they have Electrickery. I don't know. Yeah, absolutely. I think just running Bolt into that is kind of dumb. Augur Bolas is just way too good of a card to let get away with things. There goes Gush. Our opponent has resolved a Gush. So we still have to... Fire Ice is definitely possible. We still have to win through that. We want them to no value Stutter, so we're going to attack first. Okay, so they're going to chump block with Stutter. Good. All the Wraths. So now that they're tapped out, we get to resolve a bunch more creatures, and this should really do it. Unless they have the Electrickery. They're at 2. Just jam. Got him. Okay. One less trigger. True. Save on that clock. So this is all kinds of weird. We're living in the Augur Bolas Spellsetter Sprite universe. So I think Hordeling Outburst is actually good. I think Rites is actually kind of bad. And jamming on Moto, jamming IRL. Yeah, Dispels come in, and a Hydro. That's what I'm thinking too. What if we go down? Oh, Caves is probably a consideration. Oh, we get so slow, though. I think we can slow down a little bit. We don't want to slow down too much, though. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. So I'm going to take Rites out. And probably... Oh, yeah, you're totally right, Eduardo. Got me there. I can bring in 1 Caves for that. I'll probably take out a Keep Watch for another Caves. But we're down all of our Rites now. So... I don't like, I'm not trying to be condescending or anything, but our opponent was like taking the bait every time back there. So we might be able to get Rites off, but I think when you're playing against 4 Spell Stutter Sprites, 4 counter spells, probably Hydroblast. Even the concept of sneaking a Rites through on the stack with your 4 Dispels. Yeah. Should we ring Pyro in too? Take out Keep Watch? That's, honestly, that's kind of, I'm down with that. And maybe even like an Electrickery. Maybe we don't want the Hydro. And bring in an Electrickery. Oh, true, though. True, though. Rights, you don't discard if they counter it. So maybe we shouldn't use the Caves. They're such an efficient deck. I think Caves is more for like Shrivel effects. I don't mind having... We don't have any Watch Rights in there either. Yeah, Caves can definitely go. Okay, I like this. I like this. Bring Rights back. We did. We did bring the Rights back. It's a really cool card. This looks good. This looks okay. So long as they don't have their... This is the Rights hand. That's kind of funny. So long as they don't have their Augur on turn 2, we might be okay. There's Trickery. Guys. Chances of us pyroing this next turn, pretty low. I don't think you take BT out, ever. Yeah. It feels obvious, but like, deal with Delver later. Yeah, I guess our life total is not super important. So opponent flips Gush. Yeah, they were holding it back to block, honestly. It might not be a huge issue. Okay, they're just gonna pass here. I'm feeling Spell Stutter Sprite times a million. So if they untap and play a Fairy next turn, if they play Miscreant next turn, we're gonna want to War Marshal on the battlefield to pay its Echo cost, so that we can double spell by using Swiftwater Cliffs on the following turn. So I'm gonna actually run out War Marshal here. Yeah. Just straight up counters. Okay. It's one less counter we got to worry about. Attack with Foundry Retreat, pass the turn. So now we can fight through their Spell Stutter with our Pyroblast, and we have Electrickery as well. Yep, they get in. They have removal spells online now. They have Gush in hand. Ninjago. All right. Oh, crap. Am I going to get copy struck by the... More red mana. I think we Pyroblast the Ninja here, but we're going to run some creatures into a Delver first. So play Mogwar Marshal. Yep. And hope they're not one of the Daze variants. But this deck, I haven't seen this deck play Daze in a really long time. I'd kind of like to have copies struck by the Lego Police. Wow, they're going to trade the Delver? Sure. Pyroblast your Ninja. Pass the turn. Their hand must be stacked. And we could have blocked Ninja. I guess you're right. I really don't... I don't like giving them... I didn't like giving them the opportunity to blow us out. Yeah. Like, getting Ninja off the board is huge. They have 7 removal spells. If they remove 7 of our creatures, we may never kind of steamroll that advantage and win. They could have trickery. Yeah. Opponent doing Delver stuff. Here's Augur, our biggest nemesis. Whoa, Mr. Big Stuff. Thank you for the sub. Welcome, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I think we do Echo. We want them to use real removal spells on our stuff. We draw Rites. Oh, that's funny. Well, Rites X4 isn't going to win us the game here, so we're just going to pass. We might think about it next turn. Well, I guess Rites X4 still doesn't do it. But anyway, opponent resolved a Gush, so we're up against it. There's another Augur. Ugh. Things are getting dicey, gang. Things are getting dicey. Especially because I feel compelled to hold on to Rites. You don't have to pay Echo anymore. Gonna have to go wide. Speaking of which... Oh, come on. Cheez-Its. I need the Cheez-Its. Opponent's just leaving up Scred. So I appreciate that they're not being proactive about the removal. Oh, we're wide now, gang. See, they attack with both. Attack with both. Give Frisky, opponent. So now we can still only sneak in 2. And they can counter Rites. So there's that. We don't want to go down on resources because we have Rites in our hand. I think we can Rites X3 here, which is lethal, I think. Which is lethal. And if they try to counter it, we can Bolt Spell Stutter. Oh, this is hard. This is very hard. We might just want to Krenkos command here and pass. Give them one more turn. I think we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna Krenkos command and pass. I think that gives us an okay chance of winning next turn. So Krenkos command, and I mean, if they have Electrickery, they have Electrickery. There's not a ton of winning against that. We didn't find our Dispel on time, so there's Miscreant. We might be able to blow them out with an Electrickery next turn. Yeah, no Electrickery, one time. Dispel. Yeah, exactly. So if they block 3, we get in with 4 creatures. Rites X4 with 4 creatures is lethal. Okay. Go to combat. Attack. Rites X3 still wraths their board. And they may just not block. They're gonna block. Blocks and blocks. All right, Rites of Initiation. If they have Electrickery, we lose. We have 5 creatures getting in here, so we only have to... How much do we need? They have Scred, so we have to go all the way. It's 4 or nothing. But getting these Augur out of the way are huge. No Electrickery, gang. No Electrickery one time. They let it resolve. Oh, God. Yeah, that's game. I think we played right into that. We could have gone X3 just to kill the Augurs, but... Yep. Big oof, guys. Big oof. Ninja comes down. They get to draw another one off Miscreant. They're at 19. Pretty good chance we're dead now. We had the Dispel, but we would have had to wait a turn. And I think if we commit blue mana, that's like reason enough to, yeah. Caves only seem good because we get trickeried. But I think we're dead. I'm gonna leave it at this. I think we all know how this goes from here. Okay, so no, I still think Dispel's pretty good. Although it doesn't kill Spell Stutter Sprite. It would have taken a while. I actually think we want another Trickery. Hydro? Yeah. No, I think you're right. Hydro's probably good. Better than Dispel number 3. Gawal combo. Taking out... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Then we might want another Dispel, but... Pyros... I don't feel like Pyros are what we need here. Let's take out the Pyros. And... it can counter... I guess, yeah, they're essentially the same, actually. They do the same thing. They're actually the same. Our opponent doesn't have any red permanents. So we could do this. And have all 3 rights. And now we're down Pyros. Yeah, let's do it like that. We're going as fast as we can. God. Okay, it's fast. It's a little fragile, but oh yeah. Oh man. Delver players hate him. Flaring Pain? No, sir. And that, if Flaring Pain could have countered Electricity back there, then that would have been sweet. But all right, no days opponent, please, and no hard counter for next turn. Is that so much to ask? That is asking a lot, I guess. So BTE, BTE, and Bushwhacker represents so much damage next turn that I don't think I want to run it out here. So it represents 1, 2, 3 extra damage next turn. So I don't think I play it here. We might find an opportunity to use it. Looks like we will. Opponent ponders. Yep. Totally. We have answers to Spell Stutter, that's for sure. Opponent's just passing. I can get behind that. All right, well, we want our Hydroblast up, so we're going to have to play this land despite Rites, because we don't want them to react first. So we'll play this. And Bushwhack. Wacka, 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 wacka. Hydro? Oof. Okay. Sure. Well, you can't really... See, that's why I wish we had Dispel there, for sure. But we have all of our Dispels out of our sideboard in our grip, so... or in our deck. The one counter that isn't Dispel. So opponent is going to go get their red mana. Yep. We have Electricity and Hydroblast, so we're fighting to be quite interactive here. And we can do everything at instant speed, which I like. Opponent's going to Brainstorm, sure. I mean, we're not looking very weak to Electricity right now anyway, but it's a 3-1 split. Red man is here. It's arrived. I guess it depends on... maybe this is why the blue-black decks are a little bit better, because these decks are playing Brainstorm and those decks are playing Gitaxian Probe. You haven't missed all the fun yet, Lynx. You know how these Rites decks like to treat me. They always treat me rights. Booga booga aggro. Opponent gets another island. Want to hold up double blue this turn. Well, we'll keep 4-ing you. And when you feel like removing our BTEs... ooh, that's a little tempting. So now they may trade 1-for-1 with a Hordling Outburst. I don't think we counter this. Nah. This is for Electricity. After we cast this Hordling Outburst and potentially try to Rites for the win next turn. So Hordling Outburst. Make some tokens. Oh my god, hard counter? Okay. Opponent's at 10. We got 1 creature on board. Yep. Opponent gonna go down to Spell Stutter Sprite mana, cast a Gush. Oh, if they have Augur here. Yikes, Augur for Ponder. I mean, if they can't trip, they're tapped out, but... Or they're tapped out anything that matters for us. But at the same time... Like, mini Rites to kill Augur might not be completely out of the picture. Well, we could just run this back. Hordeling Outburst. Pass the turn. Thank you very much, Luciano. I appreciate that. How you been, Luciano? Dude, I know that name. Frig yeah. So our opponent's going to burn a Hydroblast on Hordeling Outburst, but they are having it. They are big time having it. Oh, Luciano, we were doing so well, man. We were doing so well. Dang it. One card on top, one card on bottom. That's Delver for you. Oh, is this Ninja? Well, we got it this time, gang. We got it this time, all right? Hordeling Outburst, pass the turn. Okay, let's say our opponent has nothing. And we Rites X3 next turn. F. Yep, gonna attack with Ninja. We'll block with both. Which is still kind of a 2-for-1. Even if they... Yeah, if they use a removal spell here, they still used 2 removal spells to kill our Hordeling Outburst. All right, Burning Tree. Get out there. Holy crap, opponent. This feels like just a slaughter out here. Wow. Okay, well, they had it. They played about as good as they could. Drew like madmen. Yeah, this just happens. I mean, I have had it all for the last 3 matches, so that's dicey, gang. That's some dicey business right there. That's right, Vigrog Geller. Opponent's stacking. See, two augurs. 2 augurs. That's where I get this extra wrath from. 2 augurs. You just missed the first one. Here it is. It's right here. Fairies, fairies, fairies. Too bad we can't get a little frisky with a like trickery here. Maybe if we draw a Dispel. Luciano? Oh, sorry. Excuse me, Luciano. I was probably like just trying too hard. Fairy Pratchett. Guys, we're so dead. Do they counter? They're kind of at that point in the game where they don't have to counter anything, or... Yeah, okay. So there's the Spell Stutter. Might give us an opportunity to kind of cheese out a good electrickery here, but there's still... Their clock is insane. Yeah, our opponent's being... Yeah. But it's no Ghostly Flicker Dinrova horror combo, I'll tell you that. You know, life's been worse. All right, 2 hard counters in our opponent's graveyard, 1 Spell Stutter Sprite on the battlefield, 7 cards in our opponent's hand. So there's just almost no way in the universe this electrickery is resolving. But heck, why not? Why not biscuit? Why not biscuit it right here, right now? Come on, Spell Stutter Sprite. Do it. Oh, come on. They let it go. Okay. They have Sandstorm too, but they're going to be able to... If they tap out for Sandstorm... Cycles Ash Barrens. Yep. If they tap out for Sandstorm, these die. They get in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we're going to have blockers, so... See? What do you mean? I did tap it. Opponent gets in for 4 in the air. See that you do, opponent. We go to 3. Lightning Bolt to the face. Have it again. Have it again. All right, we're dead. Gonna have to mulligan this. Bummer. Cool hand, but not going to do it. We're in mulligan. Okay, we have 1-drops, we have Manamorphose, and we have Burning Tree Emissary. I'm keeping. Rites to the bottom. We got draws. We've got draws. This hand's really good if we find a land. Opponent Utopia Sprawls. That's terrible news. We did find our land, so play Graveburner's Pass. We can anticipate our opponent boggling here. Abundant Growth. Oh, is this enchantment control? Oh, dear God. They're coming for us. Uh-oh. No, they're boggling. Okay. All right, so we found a Krenko's Command, too. That's pretty nice. So we'll Burning Tree. Add some mana. Manamorphose. Add red. And, oh, man. I saw the Lightning Bolt. I was like, we got him. So, getting in for 5 damage here versus getting in for potential 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we don't want them to know that we have Bushwhacker, so that they make a bad attack next turn. So we're going to do it like this. I feel like this is kind of a hard matchup. I think they just Goldfish faster than we do, but they're a little stuck here. They played a lot of just like dirtily cards. They could be on the creature draw, which I think we might be okay against. If this is Armadillo Armor, then... Oh, no, it is. Oh, Ancestral Mask. Okay, that's okay. We might be able to beat Ancestral Mask. Okay, so if we Bushwhack here, lose 1 creature. Yeah. So we're gonna start whacking. We have a plan. Have them not draw Armadillo Cloak. And I mean, next turn, they're going to have some huge old creatures. That was a weird block. They took 1 extra damage there. Although I assume it was intentional. So untap land, does that do it? Untap land, they block bad? Come on, 3 mana again? Could you not, opponent? 4 mana. Okay, that's not Armadillo Cloak. What is, opponent? Skyfisher. Oh, they're doing this one. That's cool. Bouncing Abundant Growth. Oh, bouncing land. Okay. It's like a ritual. Heliod's Pilgrim. So lots of blockers for next turn. We pretty much need untap land next turn. Now they're going to get out Armadillo Cloak. Ugh. Okay. Not the untap land we were looking for. Oh, guys. I think we lose. I really do. How do we win this game? Like we don't, right? That's right. That's right, Maverick Girl. It is boggly nonsense. So I think we're going to go wide. I think we do lose. I don't really think we even want to show them. They probably could have anticipated that. And this, actually. So we're going to play to see if they play incorrectly, and we get to win with Bushwhacker next turn. Although I kind of doubt they will play incorrectly. Yeah. So they take 1. And we only have 10 damage next turn, so we can't win. Yeah. Armadillo Cloak comes down. Yeah, so we will proceed to sideboarding. We are at 20, but our opponent's going to gain 7 every turn, and we just can't come back from that. So, oh man, God, what do we bring in? Electrickery is kind of our only way to fight this, right? A null, I guess, is pretty okay. So Electrickeries and nulls come in. We're slowing down a little bit. I feel like we have to combo off eventually to win. Thank you very much for the follow, Prince Fajita 31. Boggly nonsense, yikes indeed. Accidentally F6ing through their turn. Yeah, so we're just not even going to do that. All right, we're on the play, so Denizen's okay. This is what we're bringing in. What do we want to come out? Could probably trim a Manamorphose here. We're not necessarily trying to combo off. Can probably trim a Keep Watch here, because Flunging is a bit worse. And maybe Outburst is too slow. Yeah, that's probably actually a really good idea. Yeah. All right, let's try it. We're on the play. This is bad. This is real bad. The only saving grace of this hand is if our opponent... This is for the 4-1, guys. This is for the 4-1. So we want our blue mana. If our opponent only has one Boggle, we can Electrickery and get rid of it. And then play Hordling Outburst and start winning the game. I'm keeping it. They keep sketchy hands all the time. This might be our only way to do it. Let's hope they mull deep. Or they just keep a bad hand. All right, Swiftwater Cliffs, pass the turn. They have tons of creatures, I guess, so maybe this is a little sketchy, but we have Manamorphose to help us. Utopia Sprawl, okay. On white. Outburst. Play land. Pass turn. It does make mulligans harder. I guess in the same sense that people would talk about Gataxian Probe making mulligans so much harder. I can totally feel that. Cycles Ash Barrens, yep. So now we come to an interesting decision point. They have enough mana now that I think we just keep waiting. I don't think we tap out for Hordling Outburst. This is probably the worst thing we could have found. It's a bunch of these. Opponent taps for black. Duress? What? What? What the what? All right, gang, guys, we gotta go fast. So I guess. This is gonna be Core Skyfisher or something. There's a Slippery Boy. Almost had him, gang. We almost had him. Armadillo Cloak for the rub-ins. Just Ancestral Mask. Well, we can beat that. Manamorphose. What's up, Sharp Cookies? Hey, what's up, Sam? How you doing? Welcome. Welcome to the Jank Bank, Sam. Hopefully you're doing some streaming yourself lately. Oh, Boggles. Dang it. Got a real life friend here. I don't know that you're going to find an exemplary moment for yourself here. I think Rites is the way that we can win this game. We have Keep Watch out to some degree. But going wide is also a way to win this game. Going wide and finding Bushwhackers, so I think we gotta play to our strengths here and play Goblin Instigator. Nobody expects the Duress Inquisition. The Slippery Boy slips through with Duress? It sure does. Even when your opponent... And like we could have had Pyroblast or something. People will do that sometimes. They'll bring in Pyroblast against them. Oh, they're probably going to Trickery us. Yeah. I can feel it already. I can feel it. And there's Armadillo Cloak. Holy F. Can we get some Fs in the chat for the Boggles matchup and the potential 4-1? Oh, at least last game was fair. See, this is why I never minded. Thank you very much, Mr. Big Stuff. Yeah, okay, opponent. I guess. Make a bunch of tokens. And I think the chip damage matters here. Yeah, okay. Chip in. But they're going to Armadillo Cloak, and we have to... I don't even know how we do this. They're going to go up to what? They're going to gain 9 up to 24? It's got to be like keep watch and Rites next turn. So here's Armadillo Cloak. Opponent down to 1 card in hand. Yup. Now it has Trample. And at the... Oh, we're just dead. Hello out there in YouTube land. Thank you so much for watching the entire league. It's always fun to play a Rites of Initiation deck, and as you saw early in the league, we were just cheesing opponents out left and right, drawing perfectly, wide boards, you know, Rites X4, kill them from 15 or 16 or whatever. It was phenomenal those first few games, and unfortunately we had a fair match against Scred Delver. They just drew better than us, and then finally against Boggles, I feel like Armadillo Cloak is just going to get you every time. Anyway, it's an amazing list. Thank you again very much to 666 from the chat here, and Ricardo IRL, I believe, although they probably don't want me to spoil their entire real name. Anyway, thanks again, guys. I really appreciate you watching the entire league out there on YouTube, and here, of course, for hanging out for the entire stream on Twitch. It means a lot, guys. Have an awesome night.